It's been a historic night here at KSW 71 in every sense of the word. We're coming from Torun, which is the historic home of the Knights Templar and, of course, Nicholas Copernicus, one of the world's greatest astronomers. What a night we've had here in terms of history making for KSW. We had a K1 stand-up bout. We had a championship match. I mean, if that's not your ticket money right there, then I don't know what is. But not only did we not have 1, 2, 3, we had 4 former KS and current KSW champions in the cage tonight. But listen, the fight of the night that really was the shocker was Daniel Torres against Boris Mankowski. And what a performance those two fighters put in tonight. Torres went up a weight and he's really come of age. And he really did put in a performance. But Mankowski just wouldn't go away.
Listen, this was fight of the night, and we knew it was going to be a great fight going into it. We had the former 145 champ in Torres, the former 170 champ in Boris Mankowski. I actually looked at this one, and I thought it was going to be a striker versus grappler matchup. I thought they were going to go out there and probably have a completely different clash of styles, but Torres put the pain on from the word get-go. The looping punches caused fits for Mankowski. There was an offsides play. Torres took the time, a little bit of meditation, and then it was more fuel on the fire, Soszynski.
Yeah, I feel like Torres found his weight class. You know what I mean? This is the weight class that he belongs at. He was just one step ahead of Mankowski. He was faster, he was quicker, he was stronger. Yes, Mankowski at the end had something, but it was a little too late. Daniel Torres won that fight, completely dominated from start to finish, and potentially we have a new challenger for the 175-pound pounder.
Yeah, I mean, going up the weight really made a huge difference for Torres. And he brought his old Shotokan karate style there. Big, deep stance, Zenkutsudachi. He was low, but he was able to travel forward and bring heat behind those punches. But it was very much a kind of an Ichigaiki affair for Torres. He just wanted to land big shots, big head-hunting shots to finish it early, which he did. Listen, I have to say that, Boris Mankowski just came back so many times when we thought it was all over. And at the end, it wasn't a walk in the park for Torres, but look at these exchanges here, and you can see every opportunity taken by Torres, and he's really come of age, really coming to his own weight class here.
Yeah, I just couldn't believe it. By the end of the fight, the amount of output from both guys and how much trouble Mankowski was in to come back, to actually work his way back into the fight. You could see how wobbled he was. Torres was even thinking the fight was going to be over. Just a baffling display of heart, grit, and determination from both guys.
No, I agree with you guys 100%. I mean, Torres just, for me, just looked like a completely different fighter not having to have cut weight. You know, it just showed in his conditioning. It showed in his power output. He had the power from start to finish. And like you said, Boris Mankowski is an absolute animal. I mean, the amount of punishment he took and the way he came back in that third round right here and almost basically finished Torres at the very end. Super close, but nevertheless, Torres gets the W.
Absolutely, and just looking at the replay there, you can see that comeback from Mankowski. He was the comeback kid, took all of what Torres had there to put him under pressure, but he couldn't put him away. Well, listen, it was an exciting bout for us, and we called it. We said this was going to be the fight of the night, and it certainly was. But then the next bout that had potential was a K1 stand-up fest. And, I returned to my traditional home. We had Errol Zimmerman, the bone crusher. He came on for Marcin Ruzolski. Rules change for KSW here to bring in this K1 adapted rule system to allow both these fighters to come together in this clash. But Bone Crusher, well, I've got to say, he was not as fighting fit as I would have liked to have seen, but, he definitely provided some stunning kick work and brought the Dutch star back from K1. Took a little tumble there, but Ruzolski, so resilient. And, I mean, this was a real slugfest. It really was good fun to watch and great to see these two K1 characters come back.
It was, and Ruzolski looked to find the mark early with some of the hooks. The left hook, we thought for a moment was going to earn him a count. But I feel like Errol Zimmerman came back into the fight, was a little bit more intelligent, particularly with his kicking game. He got the count multiple times in a row. By the end, Tomasz Brunder waving things off after 4 counts.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think for all of us, we didn't expect this to go past the first round and past this 2-minute mark, and it went into the second round. And Errol Zimmerman just took over the fight with his leg kicks, I believe. It's the Dutch style kickboxing, right? It's take out the legs, go high, take out the legs, go high. It was a perfect game plan, and that's exactly what happened with Ruzal. Just wasn't able to, get anything off because his legs just weren't there for him anymore. And Errol Zimmerman gets a W in the second round.
Well, the crazy thing for me is I commentated Errol Zimmerman at the Tokyo Dome in Japan in K1 way back in 2005. I commentated Marcin Ruzolski's first K1 fight, and I'm surprised, A, to find that I'm still here, but B, to find that they're still there. And that was a real performance of stand-up skills from those two, and they are very much still here. I'd like to see them come back. I'm glad to see that KSW modified the rules to allow the K1 bout to take place. That was an historic first, but yeah, good fun. But listen, talk about tough night in the office. Wow, the lightweight division. This is just a crazy division at the moment. Everyone's vying for the strap. Tonight, it was Sebastian Rajewski's turn to take on Golden Boy, and that nearly went his way, but all of a sudden, the champion, Marian Zhukovsky, just pulled it back. Talk about the comeback kid again.
Amen to that. Yeah, Zhukovsky seems to have a penchant for losing rounds 1 and 2. That's what I had last time against Boris Mankowski. He made the walk tonight, I think, maybe with not quite the right strategy early. Standing in front of Rajewski, there were some great trades. You could see the switch up there from Marian Zhukovsky. Felt like he was trying to bait Rajewski into overcommitting, but I felt like those first 2 rounds were rough, Soszynski.
Yeah, it's almost like we've seen 2 different fighters from both of them, right? Round 1 and 2 went to Rajewski, was moving very well, whereas the champ, Zhukovsky, was kind of standing in the middle, not doing much, and then all of a sudden in round 3, 4, and 5, everything kind of switched. Zhukovsky's went back to his old style of, okay, I got angles, I got everything, I'm going to move, I'm going to land strikes from different angles, and all of a sudden Rajewski's the one that's kind of stuck in the middle and not throwing punches anymore. It was such a weird thing for me to see because the game plan for Rajewski was working at the beginning, and then all of a sudden he kind of switches and everything, and then Zhukovsky comes back. It was a great win for the champ, and looking forward to seeing who's next for him.
Yeah, it was a very close call. It was a tough night in the office for Marian Zhukovsky, but that's what a champion does. A champion comes back and finishes strong. I think Sebastian Rajewski was very disappointed, but he kind of ran out of ideas, and Zhukovsky was able to just do that little bit more, revert back to his own style of fighting, got on his toes, started to use that reach and put that jab out there, and that's what made the difference for him. But listen, that was a great outing, and the champion stamped his mark on this division. Who's next? They're going to pressurize Zhukovsky like mad at the moment.
I'm going to go out there and say Daniel Torres, and that would make it a really, really fun fight because Rajewski, as he continued to sort of chase Zhukovsky, as you can see at the end of the fight, rounds 4 and 5, it all fell apart. But I feel like the chase from Torres, as we saw against Mankowski tonight, might be a very different brew. So let this one simmer for a few months, let Marian recover, let Torres recover, and who wouldn't want to see it? That'd be another striking matchup, I think.
Yeah, and, it was a close call, but the judges got it right. And I have to say, guys, the international commentary crew also got it right, got the scoring exactly right on that. So, it's been a terrific night for us, I have to say, here at KSW 71. And as I said and mentioned earlier, the home of the famous astronomer Nicholas Copernicus, who sorted out all of the stars for us. And tonight we sorted out all the stars for you by bringing you the KSW Glitterati. Just to mention, actually, Alistair Overeem came to the commentary desk, and insane, we threw off the Polish legend to allow Overeem, another legend, to come on and take over with the commentary team here. But listen, it's been a great night for us. Hope it's been a great night for you. Really, a night of stars in more ways than one. I'm Sensei Will Vanders.
I'm the guru, Chris Hoekstra.
Polish experiment, Krzysztof Soszynski.
We are the international KSW commentary crew. Till the next time at 72, look at all your social media and be with us and be there. Till the next time, take care of yourselves and each other. Oos.
Oos.